First thing we're going to start talking about is how the brain learns. And since I mentioned Hogan, there's always a few Hogan fans in each clinic. I like to use something from that he figured out 60 years ago. So he'd been Hogan before all this research about the brain had come out. He knew this stuff. He said you simply can't bypass the fundamentals of golf any more than you can sit down at the piano without a lesson and rip off the score of My Fair Lady. Learning the grip, stance, and posture clearly and well is, in a way, like having to practice the scales when you're taking up the piano. The best way to learn golf is a great deal like learning to play the piano. Practice a few things daily, arrive at a solid foundation, then go on to practice a few more advanced things daily, continually increasing your skill. This is the exact same thing that the latest research is coming out to prove. This is why when you look at great athletes that seem to have all of a sudden come out of nowhere, like Tiger Woods, people think that he was a teenage phenom as a golfer shooting in the 60s and 70s when he's 16, 17 years old. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy just all of a sudden came out. He's just such a great natural athlete. It's nonsense. He's not a great natural athlete. In fact, he's not a very good athlete at all, to be honest. He's a terrible basketball player. He's been practicing since he was 2. So by the time he swings a club in front of people for the first time, he's been practicing the right way, practicing like this, for 12, 13, 14 years. How long have you been practicing diligently the way Tiger was taught to practice? Not very realistic, but very many of us have done that.
A lot of times I might have actually done something right, but something else was wrong. I hit a bad shot, therefore I'm moving on and thinking that the thing that I did right was now wrong because I looked at the result.
That's a
as
huge
opposed
piece
to
for us.
the actual
it's a huge thing
movement
because
that I was trying to accomplish and build whatever.
It's reinforcement for a bad habit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I see it all the time in the lesson tee, and I'll tell somebody, they go whacking it across, and the thing goes skidding across the ground, almost killing a bird, and I'm like, awesome. And they're looking at me and they're like, what? I was like, that had nothing to do with what we were focusing on. That was the best takeaway move you made yet. And then all of a sudden we'll be hitting some shots. They'll hit it great, it goes straight, and I'm like, no good, I didn't like it. What? That ball is a big distraction. You end up